Warning. The video about to see is page is still turning up. You're 12 and under, please not watch this video. If our audience, enjoy the content that's going to be ahead now. Hey guys, it's a pleasure watching it back in another today. It's a review of the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween Kills, or I have to call the Halloween Crystal Lake, Michael Myers Mask. What's the bigger? Now, I wasn't really on the news about the whole entire announcement about the mask. I was kind of thinking dead at that point, and just wandered into a local party city that was just in town for six. And I was expecting, Halloween stuff, the seasoning stuff of the movie. And I was surprised to see that they had a lot of Kills masks, and I was surprised to see how much they kind of ruined it. Not gonna lie though, price good. We'll get into more of the complaints on. I'm probably gonna do a video, a separate video on speaking how Trick or Treat kinda isn't the best, but kinda is though. So for that. Butcher knife, or just a catch. I don't know my names. Also found this glimmering thing of venom. And yeah, comes in packaging like this. Got 15 bones for this junk. I do have comparisons between them so I can at least see how much he is larger. I'm gonna get this thing out in the nick of time. Okay, so now it's on. One of the things I like, and also you can see my hot dog face. Boom. Is that when Trick or Treat, or I guess Cots, I'm gonna say for now, when they announced they were gonna do Newer Knives, which was the 78, the post-78 version, and the 2018 knife, they had this actual shine to it, and you can actually see the shine to it. And that's a cool thing. I actually do like it, instead of just being completely flowing like foamy all over there. So, I do like it. The thing is, if you put your fingerprints on, yeah, it's gonna stay on there for as long as it is. It's not. So, better yet, it's good. The thing is, the little rivets sort of effect are not really sculpted in there. Like, they don't have that real sort of like oomph to them. But overall, it's a pretty good knife, because I reckon it's like 15 bones, the same as a real life knife, for Christ's sakes. But the thing I noticed right away was that this is exactly the same knife as the 2018 one. No joke, actually. Like, I get it, so they can repackage it so they can make it a lot more, I guess, affordable, I guess. This is exactly the same knife, the packaging, as the original 2018 knife. And this is exactly the same, like, why not have something different? You could have at least added the knife a tiny bit bigger, or better yet, just add blood to it. It would have made it at least, differentiate, but no, it's exactly the same knife, I just realized. The thing is, I don't even have the 2018 knife. It kind of sucked that something with this knife it isn't the same. It's decent though. I feel as though it's not sneaking wobble, that's a tiny fact. But yeah, it's decent. And there's a tiny bit of fingerprints right there. Goes great for this day. And yeah, that's about it. But we're not there for that, we're on to this bad boy. Yeah! Before getting to him, we gotta take a look at the little thing itself. I got the junk off of retail, so no little hang tag, whatever the heck, and he has the remnants of it. So, yeah, he came with a little hanger. Trick or Treat only kills it, shows them up. Little hangers that holds with. A lot of copyright stuff. Do not give this to a child or one because they'll die from it. Makes sense. So, there, and I got the remnants from it. So, on to the mask itself, and I got this up using the whole entire baggie, whatever I got. I'm just gonna take it off. There we go. It's neat. There. Yeah, some of the little junk right here is permanently on. That kind of stinks. Maybe I'm just not getting deep into it for Christ's sakes. Yeah, it's stuck on, I believe. Gonna just suck, you're gonna have to. This is only free, so if you get this junk over this website, it's so we don't have to worry about it. But never mind, I was on the hair. It wasn't actually molded into the mask. Okay, so the mask itself. I have a few things to talk about. I actually put it back with the bag itself, though. But one of the things I noticed right away was, come on, they're using exactly the same mold as this, and you can tell right away they look exactly the different. Like, bro, what happened here? Not to get any hate on Tots, but the Maya's masks, they're somewhere between the lines of okay. Like, they're not sinking spectacular, but they're not like bad, like sinking Fun World's Rob Zombie's mask. Those things could literally die. But sometimes these masks can also get into that state. I said that before. Like, obviously people knew for a fact that sinking when in official pictures, and this seems just floating there. When pictures came for this mask, we were never gonna for a straight fact, and he just fell over. Let me just put him in there. Okay, for God's sake, so it should read better. One of the things that instantly know for a fact was the pictures. Tots is not really concerned on actually the paint jobs. For instance, Tots mask looks kinda like on the camera right here. It looks actually the angle not bad. You can kind of actually give away that it's kind of like green. On camera here, looks fine enough. In person, looks horrendous. It looks like green, like a lime dark green to begin with. The camera could easily give away the fact it looks a tiny bit green, but I mean, at least try to give it on the reflection for God's sake. So I don't know if it's gonna allow it. Let me see. No, the camera can't do anything. I mean, I guess a knife. And this mask was no exception, gonna also have the same defect. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the other masks that they released, yeah, they also did the thing. H1 was way too white. I like my Miles mask white, but not to a white. I can at least say, yeah, it's thinking stock white. Like the tiniest was around the neck, like right here. And H2's was alright. Like, I don't even have it, but the hair on that thing is weird, to say the least. The only masks that I can say that are at least like qualification to me as the movie, it's H4, 5, 6, H2O, both the beta and the, I mean, I guess the prototype and the finalized version, and the Resurrection mask. And out of those movies, thinking, what would you expect? And he just fell over again. Only those movies I think has considered to be at least passable. Well, I don't know if Resurrection and 5 are passed, but 4, 6, well, I guess 6 is somewhere between. And H2O is basically is good. Out of all those masks, those are at least like the most movie accurate, and yet the people that talk about a lot, which is the 78, the 281, and thinking the 2018, was that accurate? Like, what? You could say thinking the clown mask could also be inaccurate. I mean, I guess the whole entire plastic they used, but come on, it's actually pretty accurate. I don't know what happened there. They wanted to go with something different. So, yeah, and once we've seen pictures of the Kills masks for both the movie and Tots, we were gonna assume instantly that, yeah, it was gonna be pretty inaccurate. And I knew instantly, right away, that it wasn't gonna be, and wasn't gonna be one-to-one par with both the movie and thinking what Tots had originally. And just comparing it itself, what happened? So, you know how people had mad stuff about how the Tots 18 mask didn't look like the movie and instead looked like a rotten lemon? Or like a fresh lemon, for Christ's sakes? I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. Again, the camera is extinguishingly giving away that it isn't actually green, but in person, it's green. So, Tots heard that and decided to make it white, but to a white that it could literally look like the flashback scenes, which haven't even released yet. And yeah, it looks way too white for my liking. I mean, again, I like my Miles masks white, but like a kind of a dull white to be going with, like off-white. I feel as though the 78 mask is like a matte white, I believe, like kind of like this color, and the 2018 is like off-white, like almost nearly an olive, I would say. And I realized though the paint on the Kills mask will look exactly like that, but a bit more darkened, because like, you know, he's in burnt for Christ's sakes. Speaking of burnt though, I do like the charcoal thing on here. It is nice, but it's not movie accurate. It looks like a marshmallow, which I think was the main inspiration. I mean, hell, his face is a marshmallow, so I guess that makes sense. And prior to actually doing when I got the mask, which the time of recording is today for Christ's sakes, and looking at videos on thinking about how people took the Kills masks, I noticed defects a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I remember the House of Masks bit, Sinkin had paint right here being completely weird. And it even had, like, I don't know if the camera could at least pick this, but it was right here. I know it's not there anymore because I've already completely, like, wiped it away. But there was at least, like, a tiny bit of latex that was still there. Yeah, I know, right? Seems weird. And also I've seen, like, people's other Warzone masks, like, I kind of see the blood gets a bit too much for that. I mean, if that's taking, like the website, then you gotta at least have to deal with it. But if it's, like, retail, like how I got it, then sure, that's good. You could just go back and literally get it, like, how it was. And I do like the one type blood it is, yeah, neat. I think I got the perfect version of it. But I don't know. The charcoal effect is neat, and it is actually sculpted into the hair. But the regular hair, boy, it do not look right. This looks actually good. This, what the heck happened here? Like, it looks too perfect. Like, it looks. One thing here is, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but if you look right here, it's like a perfect straight line, then it literally goes in the zigzag way. Like, I'm not kidding. And I've been trying to at least, you know, make do on what I got and trying to at least modify the hair a tiny bit. But, I don't know. And speaking of modifying, this is what you're gonna have to do with some of your Tots masks. Like, no kidding. Because Tots has to do these, like, manually, like, reduce these things. And they do them for a great price. $60 is what you get for these masks. Good. But the cost is not being completely accurate at all. And that sucks. Because if Tots ever do like these limited times, like a certain amount of masks when they, like, say, let's do like 250. People go nuts over those junks, and yet they will look accurate. They're probably not much, but look accurate than these. The thing is, Tots does these manually produce, and you're gonna have the realization that, yeah, they're gonna have to have a bit more than usual. I mean, Christ's sakes. And also, I will apply on the mask, and like I said before, it uses exactly the same mode as this. So, there. And it's still exactly the same. Head's too small for Monkey. I'm gonna give you more an example of this. Also, sorry to interrupt, but one thing I noticed, one thing I realized that happened to, I think, everybody was that hair was on part of the chocolate pieces. I mean, I think as if I think I was with, like, sticky material to them. But I don't know. But one thing to know was that it says 2020 right here on the tag. So we could safely assume that's thinking that Tots got the reference photos. In 2020 had to produce it by then. I mean, how they are gonna make a whole entire figure out of it, 1/6 scale, so that's good. I don't know if you can hear me, but here's what it is like it's I can't tell, so. And you can kind of see underwater the light gets really dry. I'm actually gonna try to mold it, so it was, be darkened, I guess. I mean, hell, but the lighting again looks good in there. I don't know if you can still hear me, but the light looks good in there, but in person it looks bad. I don't know how this looks. I'll probably go back in there and see how it looks. I can barely breathe in this. So yeah, still complaining about the whole entire head size. I think my head size is a good, like, I don't know, like 18. My childhood head from that was perfect. I'll tell you, perfect. Perfect area. And now, like 3 years later, I mean, it still fits, but, like, I don't know. Also, most of the comparison here is between the custom tools. I don't know if you can figure out this much because I can't even talk for a living. Okay, so now I'm back after doing all that. So here is a comparison between the custom the custom NECA 2018 figure that I made into a Kills figure. I mean, heck sakes, they are making a Kills figure, which I will pick up though, and actually will compare between them. But to give you more as an example, I think I did a tiny bit better compared to what Tots can do. I mean, the charcoal effect they did on here is superb. You just gotta, for the tutorial on how you do it, you gotta get a Sharpie, get it in there, and once it's still fresh, you gotta get, like, a tissue, or not, like a tissue, whatever the heck. You just gotta go rampant on it to the point where it becomes like this type of color. And really, that's about it. And I think I went a bit too overboard on this blood right here. So that's on my part. But overall, I think the whole entire cracked detail is a bit better. That sounds really good out of context. Yeah, just camera cannot focus. Get out of the ways, mask. I'm trying to focus on you. Okay, let me just get off of that. There. You could. It does not want to focus, for Christ's sakes. Alright, I'm just gonna do it right here, so you can see better. It still doesn't want to focus. It's like getting there, but to a point where it doesn't want to. I'm just gonna shine out a light, for Christ's sakes. It just does not want to work, but you can kind of get the point. Okay, so basically, just that. Yeah, it doesn't want to work. So yeah, I feel as though the crack detail is good on my part, but kind of poor on here. Like, I don't know why, it just seems kind of weird. Like, bro, you can see right there, it doesn't look too hot. I might do again, like, I just probably get at least like a black paint, like a little cup, like one of these right here, except in black, for Christ's sakes, and obviously get a rag, put it in water, this as well, get in there to the point where it's good, and just faintly just dab around the mask, because this part is just way too bright for my liking. I'm sorry, but I just don't like this part. It just looks too jarring to me, because in fact the mask nearly 3 years ago looked like this. It was green and people had flaws about it. So, I don't know, maybe it's because the whole entire differentiate from one another, but I don't know, it seems kind of weird. I don't know. But really, that's all I really got to talk about the the Halloween Kills mask. It's good on its own and you gain what you worth. 60 bucks? Score. But like with any other Tots Myers mask, you're gonna have to at least have acknowledgement or at least someone out there who is good at modifying these masks. To have so you can redo hair and redo, I guess, this. Or better yet, at least hope to God if you had it ordered on Tots itself and get yourself a good copy, because I've seen defects out there and they look horrendous. Because like I said before, I was thinking they use exactly the same mold, but I don't know if you can see right here. Yes, I am going to try to at least cut some holes here, like the gash, put a little dawn symbol from 6, okay, from H6, and maybe this. I don't know if I want to, but yeah. So I guess that's really it. And my honest opinion about the mask, like, it's good. I know you could do way more better if you have acknowledgement, but if you don't have any, it's basically good on its own. That's literally all of Tots masks to begin with. They're good, and for Christ's sakes, I can't do it with this. So, yeah. And also, I give it like a whole entire like 8.5 out of 10, and the knife, I think it's like a solid 8. Like, I like on how it looks, but come on, you use exactly the same knife from 2018. They couldn't even add a single thing to it, and that's all, I should say the least. So, there's that. So, guys, thank you for the video. Check, comment, notifications on the mobile if you did YouTube. Then scroll down and see if. Scroll down, click on YouTube, see if I'm on the subscription list. Click on it, put all personal. If not, I have no clue. Like, it's better, yeah, trying to find yourself at least a good copy, because often those are abundant. But, yeah. Follow me on Instagram, I'll see you guys in the next video. And also about the whole entire content shit, I am still doing stuff like this. But then again, I'm also trying to shift out to other, like, some people say I'm doing it for clout. Kinda, but not like that point where I can say, yeah, I'm doing it. I also had them in a night review. Surprised, to say the least. Anyways, though, yeah, this video was supposed to be a drowning mashup, and you may say, which one? Sonic. Oh, okay. But, yeah. So, I guess basically that's it. Bye. I don't know, do an outro for Christ's sakes.